I do not encourage nor condone any of the actions performed or products shown in this video. All of the videos are produced in a safe and controlled environment. Do not attempt to replicate any of the actions performed during this video.
Hello beautiful people from the internet, it is Connie over here. Welcome back to another video. Now today, welcome to sunrise. I usually do not wake up super early like this. I'm more of a 8 in the morning type of person, but today I'm going to be smoking a cigarette and having a drink, which is going to be a Portuguese beer. This one is made with Portuguese salt. A beer has Portuguese salt in it. I don't think I've ever heard of that before, but I do have to try it. Okay, it is spilling out a bit. Now cheers, my friends. It doesn't taste like it has salt in it, to be honest. But you know what? It's the Sagres Solimar com sal marinho português. Cheers to that. And now let me light up my cigarette and let's have a chat. Let's go. The reason why I woke up so early today, it's because I'm currently on vacation and I usually like waking up very early just to see what an early morning feels like in this part of the country. And it's very beautiful. We have this path over here. You know, every time I come to the interior of Portugal, you know, I step away from the coast. People just live in such a different way. Things are much slower and well enjoyed here. I think that's the thing, is that everyone enjoys the thing that they are doing at the moment, even if it's a random small thing like taking their dog for a walk. You know, people kind of gather together and they talk with each other between neighbors and farm owners. We got very lucky to stay here at a farm, which is, as you guys know, my absolute dream. I love animals and I love, you know, planting things and living a slow life, and so this is pretty much up there for me. I don't know if anybody's awake now apart from the chickens and the dogs, because I've heard them. See, the chickens are awake and they are telling me, girl, I'm here, you better feed me. I'm not your owner, sadly, but I got to pet 2 goats, some sheep. It's been really nice. There's a pool. I only ever go to the pool once per year, which is when I go on vacation, so I've been enjoying it very much. And just the view, you know, it's so beautiful and everything, it's so quiet. It just fills me up with joy, so much joy. During these days that I've been here, I've not really been smoking because I haven't found the time to really enjoy it by myself. As you guys know, this for me is an activity that I like to set my own time for, but I've been, you know, hanging out with the family and even the owners, because we are basically renting a house where we are on the upper side of the house and the owners are on the bottom side of the house. So anything we need, we can just talk to them and ask. The male owner has taken me to see the goats and chickens, and there's even a peacock. His name is Eduardo, which I thought was awesome. And then the goats, there's Flora and Zacarias, which are very Portuguese names, and I love that for them. But I've been more enjoying time with the family, so today I allocated this first time in the morning to have a couple of smokes, maybe, because I haven't had to in 4 or 5 days at this point. I don't even know what time it is. It must be around 7 a.m. now. Let me see if I can check. It is 7-11. Oh my goodness, isn't that a store? I think there's a lot to learn about how people live life here. I understand that things in the city are different, you know, things move at a different pace, but you just notice silence here, and in the city it's difficult to notice silence apart from like 4 a.m. There's always honking, there's sometimes people on the street talking loud or playing loud music because they're having fun. It's their right, but it's different here. Listen. You can hear the birds. I think there's a road all the way over there where cars go, and you may be able to hear some cars from there. But people here just seem happier and just more communicative with each other. I'm looking for my ashtray now. Brought this, of course, this goes with me everywhere. My portable ashtray, to make sure I don't leave any butts on the ground or anywhere. Well, I wouldn't, of course. It's just sometimes if I don't have my ashtray, which I almost always have, I have to carry the butts on my hand until I find a trash can nearby. One thing that I also love about early mornings is that you can notice the passage of time that much more, I think, because the sun starts out very low and very orange, and then it starts coming up. When I started recording this video, the sun was hiding behind the trees, and now it's more up so I can see it. I think I came a little bit underdressed because right now it's 16 degrees Celsius, but we've had 36, so there's a very big change in temperature during the days, which has been nice because we get to go to the pool, you know, and have a lot of fun and play games. We've been playing a lot of board games. This just fills me up with joy, and I feel like for a lot of people, these vacations that we take are what fills us with strength to go on for the rest of the year. At least for me, I feel like that's true. I was never a person to take big vacations. My parents never really had the time or money to go abroad, so I only ever went abroad twice. I went to Spain once by car just because we were going to Algarve, which is the southest part of Portugal, and then we just crossed the border a little bit to Spain to see what it was like. Then we had lunch there and came back. So that was my Spain trip. And then when I was 14, I went on a school trip by bus to France. So it was more than 24 hours, I think, in a bus with my friends, which a lot of you may be like, oh my, no, 24 hours in a bus. But when you are 14 and you're surrounded by your best friends, it's the funnest time in the world, you know? So it was awesome. And if I was 14 again and I got the chance to go again, I would definitely take it. I'm very grateful that my parents stretched themselves a little bit to be able to let them go, which I know they did, you know, it's not super cheap, but I'm really, really grateful. And at the time I already knew how grateful I was. But I've never been on a plane, and I've never been abroad, so my vacations have always kind of been in the same place when I was younger, which is a house that my aunt had by the Algarve, which is the southest point. And then when I started dating my now boyfriend, his family likes going to this sort of farms, and it's been really nice to just see different farms around the country and just the animals and the people and how they behave. And I feel like I see myself a lot in here. You know, I was talking to the owner of the house yesterday, I think, and I was telling him how this is my dream, you know, and I hope to one day also be owning a place such as this one, where it's just so peaceful. I don't know if that's going to be my path. Maybe it won't. Right now I feel like I really would love that to be the truth, but I mean, you never know how your life is gonna go, right? I've been thinking a lot about that too, the fact that maybe I still have so much life to live and I have no clue how it's going to play out. And sometimes that scares me because I'm afraid I'll end up in a place where I don't like being, but also I think I'm hopeful that I can make any place home. I was writing in my journal yesterday about how if I'm able to achieve my goal in life, which is to be peaceful and content at all times, then that's going to mean that any place I end up in, I'm going to love. You know, it may not be a farm like I dream like it will be, or maybe it will be, I don't know, you know, a person, it's so beautiful to have dreams and work towards them. Even if that's not how you're going to end up, I think it's so beautiful to see a human so driven to do something and want something so much for themselves and others around them. The view here is very beautiful too. We just have the path, and then we have a little valley all the way over there. Goes down, and then there's some more houses over in that direction. So to say I'm having the time of my life would be an understatement. It's been good to kind of put a pause on the things that I was going through at home. You know, it was a lot of at once. And vacation has this thing where time kind of feels like it stops, you know. Here, while I'm on my 5 days here on vacation, time in my town stops. You know, it's as if I have a new life here. And I know I'll have to go back to my pre-vacation, post-vacation life. And I will sort things out. I know that. And I knew that before I came here. But I feel like now I have a newfound energy. I feel like nature just fills me up with so much strength, you know? So anyway, this has been a very, very beautiful early morning that we spent here together a little bit. And I hope you have enjoyed listening to the peace of the place where I'm at. And I'm very grateful to have been able to come here. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take all of your troubles, bad feelings, anxious feelings, give them to me, and I'll throw them. Sometimes I do that exercise with myself. I'm like, what bad things am I feeling? Take them out of my brain, see them in my hand, and let it go. I learned that in therapy. Alrighty, my friends, I'll see you soon, alright? Cheers! This is good. 4.5% of alcohol, but no, 4.0% of alcohol, I'm figuring now. But it doesn't taste like salt. I thought it was going to taste like salt because it says it has Portuguese salt. I've been scammed. I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye!